Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel. Myself Raza, and in this video I am going to discuss the multiple choice questions related to the chapter applications of trigonometry. Right, so this particular video is useful for all competitive exams based on class 10 syllabus. So please try to watch the video till the end and don't skip the video. If you like the video, please share with your friends so that they also get benefited from this video. Right, so let us discuss the questions so one by one. So at the beginning, so we will be discussing the previously asked questions, and later on we will go with some more questions, right? Question number 1: the ratio of length of a rod and its shadow is 1:3. Then the length of the elevation of the sun, right? So length of the rod, so basically, so when you see the length of the rod, so rod is nothing but a vertical one, and the shadow will fall on the earth, hence it is horizontal one, right? Now what he has given, so is asking you to find out the angle of elevation of the sun. So from here you are observing the sun, so this angle of elevation you need. What he has given, the ratio of length of the rod, so ratio of length of the rod to the shadow. So for suppose he has given 1:3, that means you can consider it as k, and this is √3 times of k. For suppose if this angle is theta, then we know opposite side and we know adjacent side, so we can apply tan theta. So tan theta is equal to k by √3 times of k, which is nothing but 1 by √3. So in tans 1 by √3 comes when tan is 30 degrees. So from this clearly theta is equal to 30 degrees is my answer. Hence the elevation of sun is nothing but 30 degrees. Next, the angle theta in the figure, if you observe, so theta is present here, and this is opposite side, and this is hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, so you can apply sin theta. So sin theta is equal to 2 by 4, so which is nothing but 1 by 2. So sin 30 is 1 by 2. So on comparing, the value of theta is 30 degrees. Hence the answer is 30 degrees. Next, angle made by the minutes hand in a clock during a period of 20 minutes. Angle made by minutes hand in a clock during the period of 20 minutes. Now if you observe, for every minute, so for each minute, for 1 minute, the minutes hand will make 6 degrees angle. So for 1 minute, minutes hand will make 6 degrees angle. That means he is given 20 minutes. So 20 minutes means, so 20 into 6 degrees. So 20 into 6 degrees is 120 degrees. So minutes hand, in 1 minute it will move for 6 degrees. It will rotate 6 degrees. That means for 20 minutes it will make 20 into 6 degrees, which is nothing but 120 degrees. Next, observe the figure. Length of the ladder is asking. So is asking you to find out the length of the ladder. Now if you observe the figure, so what are the things that are given? So angle is given. So to this angle, this is adjacent side, and he is asking you to find out the length of the ladder, right? So length of the ladder is nothing but hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse comes in cos theta. Then this can be written as cos 30 degrees is equal to adjacent by, so length of the ladder, let it be some L. Now cos 30 value, so what is the value of cos 30? Cos 30 degrees is nothing but √3 by 2. So √3 by 2 is equal to 5 by L. Now from this, L can be written as 10 by √3. So rationalizing the denominator, so we will be getting, so √3 into √3. Then this 10 √3 by √3 into √3 is nothing but 3. Now this 10 √3 I can write it as 17.32, because √3 value is 1.732. so this already you have learned, right? So you need to remember these values: √2 value, √3 value, √5 value, right? So all these values you need to remember, right? So when I substitute, so 10 into 1.732 is nothing but 17.32 divided by 3. So 3 6s 18, that means it is nearly 5 something, right? So 3 5s are 15. So 3 5s 15. Next, how much is left? 23. So 23 means 0.7. So likewise, so you will be getting the option. So it is nearly 5 meters, so you can consider this option, right? Next, moving on to question number 5. If the angle of elevation of sun is 45 degrees, so whenever angle of elevation is 45 degrees, then height of the tree will be equal to length of the shadow. So height of tree is equal to length of shadow. So this we can simply say that height is equal to distance. So when theta is equal to 45 degrees, then we can say that height is equal to distance. Now the length of the shadow of a 12 meter height tree, so height is 12 meters, then automatically length of shadow is also 12 meters. Okay, so no need of doing this. If 45 degrees has come, then height will be equal to distance. So how it comes means, so already we know tan theta is given by height by distance. So height by the distance on the horizontal line. Tan 45 degrees, already we know that it is 1, so 1 is equal to h by d. So from this, h is equal to d. So likewise we can say that. Next one, in the given figure, BC is equal to dash units. Now observe this figure. What is BC? So BC is adjacent. So what do we know? We know opposite with respect to this 30 degrees, right? Then what we can apply? So we can apply tan. So tan 30 degrees is equal to opposite is 7 by adjacent is BC. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to 7 by BC. So when you do cross multiplication, BC is equal to 7 times of root. Hence the answer is option A. Next, a boy observed 20 meters away from the base of a 20 meter high pole. The angle of elevation is. So the distance is 20 meters and height is also 20 meters. If both the values are same, that means what he has given, height is equal to distance. When height is equal to distance, we can say that theta is equal to 45 degrees. Hence the answer is 45 degrees. Right. Next, question number 8. The length of the shadow of a pole is equal to the length of the pole. So already we have discussed the angle is 45 degrees. Next, ladder x meters long is laid against a wall, making an angle theta with the ground. If we want to directly find the distance between the foot of the ladder and the foot of the wall, which trigonometrical ratio should be considered? Right. Now let us draw the figure, Nana. So when you draw the figure, so what we are going to have, so this is the length of the ladder, so let it be some x. It is kept against a wall, making an angle theta with the ground. So if you want to find directly the distance between these two, right, so this distance I need to find. So what is this with respect to this angle? So with respect to this angle, this side is adjacent side and this is my hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse comes in cos theta, right? So directly if I apply cos theta, then I can directly get the value of the distance between foot of the ladder and the foot of the wall, right? Next, top of a building was observed at an angle of elevation alpha from a point which is at a distance d meters from the foot of the building. So which trigonometrical ratio should be considered for finding the heights of the buildings? Now the top of the building was observed at an angle of elevation of alpha, right? So this angle is alpha from a point at distance d units from the foot of the building. Now what is he asking? So he is asking you to find out the height of the building. So to find the height of the building, so height is nothing but opposite, and with respect to this angle, this is adjacent, right? So to find height, what we can apply? So I can apply tan theta or cot theta. I can apply tan theta or cot theta. So here tan alpha is given, hence answer is tan alpha. Next, question number 11. If angle of elevation of sun increases from 0 to 90 degrees, then the length of the shadow of the tower. So what is he asking? If the angle of elevation of sun increases from 0 to degrees, then the length of the shadow of the tower. Okay, now what is he asking? Length of the shadow. Now already we know tan theta is equal to height by distance. Now what is he asking? Length of the shadow, no? So length of the shadow means d only, no? So d is equal to h by tan theta, which can be written as h into cot theta. So h into cot theta. Here h is constant, no? So here height is constant. Now this particular length of the shadow depends on this value of cot theta. Now let us see how cot theta changes. Now first of all, tan theta increases. So tan theta increases from 0 to 90 degrees. So tan theta increases from 0 to 90, then automatically cot theta is its opposite. Then cot theta will decrease from 0 to 90 degrees. So if cot theta value decreases, automatically d also decreases, because they are directly proportional, right? So from this what we can say, the length of the shadow decreases if if angle of elevation increases. Clear? Next, the angle of depression from top of a tower of 12 meters height at a point on the ground is 30 degrees. The distance of the point from the top. Now what is he asking? So angle of depression. So angle of depression from the top of a tower of 12 meters height at a point on the ground is 30 degrees. So if this is 30 degrees, then this is also 30 degrees, because this is horizontal line and this is imaginary horizontal line. Then this particular line acts as transversal, then alternate interior angles are equal. Next, the distance of the point from the top. Now is asking you to find out this particular distance. So what is this particular distance called? Hypotenuse, right? Now we need to find out this hypotenuse. Then what do I know? So I know the value of opposite. So when I know opposite, I need to find hypotenuse. Then I can go for sin theta. So sin 30 degrees is equal to opposite is 12 by hypotenuse is nothing but the length what I need to find it out, right? Next, sin 30 is given by 1 by 2 is equal to 12 by L. Now on doing cross multiplication, L is equal to 24 meters, right? So L is equal to 24 meters. So but there is no option given here, right? So what is asking? The angle of depression from the top of a tower 12 meters height at a point on the ground is 30 degrees. The distance of the point from the top is, so it is 24 meters. First, suppose if we ask this distance now. So if we ask about this distance, then you can go for tan. So tan 30 degrees is equal to opposite by distance. Then what I am going to get? So 1 by root 3 is equal to 12 by d. Then from this d is equal to 12 root 3. So what did he ask? The distance of the point from the top is. So if he asked from the top, then 24 is my answer. If he ask about the distance between foot of the tower and the point, then 12 root 3 is my answer. Okay, so that depends on the question, but in the question he is asking to find out the distance from top point to the given point, observation point, right? So that's why answer will be 24. For suppose if question is changed, then 12 root 3 would be answer, but in the options 12 root 3 option is given. That means question is a little different, I think, right? Next, a ladder touches the wall at a height of 5 meters. The angle made by the ladder with the ground, if its length is 10 meters, will be. So it's asking you to find out the angle of elevation, right? So there is a ladder, so which is placed against a wall. The ladder touches the wall at a height of 5 meters. So this is 5 meters. Angle made by the ladder is asking if the length of the ladder is 10 meters. So length of the ladder means hypotenuse. Now is asking you to find out the angle with which the ladder is placed. Now with respect to this angle, this is opposite side and this is hypotenuse. So directly we can go with the sin theta. So sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is nothing but sin 30 degrees. So clearly theta is 30 degrees, right? Next question number. So these are all previously asked questions. Now let us see some more questions. The length of the shadow of tree is 8 meters long. When the sun's angle of elevation is 45 degrees, then automatically length is equal to distance. So length of shadow is equal to height of the 3, then directly you can say the answer is 8. If a pole 6 meters height, so height is given as 6 meters, cast a shadow, that means d is equal to 2 root 3 meters, then the sun's angle of elevation. So already we know tan theta is equal to h by d. So h by d means 6 by 2 root 3 in 2 tables, so this goes 3 times in root 3, this goes root 3 times, so tan theta is equal to root 3, that means tan 60 degrees. So clearly theta is equal to 60 degrees. Next, if the angle of elevation of the tower from a distance of 100 meters from its foot is 60 degrees, then height. So what he has given, distance is equal to 100 meters and theta is equal to 60 degrees. So simply remember this formula. So what is that? Tan theta is equal to h by d. Now substitute the values. Tan 60, so tan 60 degrees is equal to h by 100. So this is root 3 is equal to h by 100. From this, height is equal to 100 times of root 3. Hence the answer is 100 root 3. So option A is my answer. Next, question number 4. The height of the tower is 10 meters. So height is given as 10 meters and the length of its shadow when sun's altitude is 45 degrees. So clearly when sun's altitude is 45 degrees, then the answer is same as height. The length of the shadow of a tower on a plain ground is root 3 times of the height of the tower. So for suppose if I consider height as h, then length of the shadow d is equal to root 3 times of h. So from this, what is the value of h by d then? From this, the value of h by d is nothing but 1 by root 3 only, no? But we know 1 h by d is nothing but tan theta. Now 1 by root 3 is nothing but tan 30 degrees. So from this, angle of elevation is 30 degrees. Next, in the following figure, the positions of the observer and the object are marked. The angle of depression is. So he is asking you to find the angle of depression. Since this angle is 60 degrees, then this angle also will be 60 degrees. So clearly angle of depression is 60 degrees. Right. Next, in the figure, the value of the angle theta is. So he is asking you to find out the angle. So this is height h, right? So this is distance d. So when you know height and distance, then you can directly go with tan theta. So tan theta is equal to 100 by 100 root 3. So which gives me 1 by root 3. The value of 1 by root 3 is tan 30 degrees. So clearly theta is equal to 30 degrees. Next, the ratio of length of the rod. So length of the rod means height of the rod by its shadow. So length of the shadow means distance. It is given by 1 by root 3. So clearly this is nothing but the formula of tan theta. So tan theta is equal to h by d, which is nothing but tan 30 degrees. Right? The angle of elevation is 30 degrees. Next, if two towers of height x and y subtends angle 30 degrees and 60 degrees respectively at the center of the line joining their feet, then x is to y is equal to what he has given. So there are two towers and at the from the center, so one is making 30 degrees angle and the other one is making 60 degree angle. So 30 degrees angle means it is the shortest one and 60 degrees angle means it is the height one, because both the distances are equal, right? Because he is observing from the center point. So to observe the height one, you need to raise your head. Okay, so this angle will be 30 degrees and this angle will be 60 degrees. Now based on this, so this height is x and this height is y. Now what is he asking? X by x is to y. That means if this distance is considered as d, this is also d. Now from the first triangle, so from this triangle what I can say, tan 30 degrees is equal to capital X by d, which is nothing but 1 by root 3 is equal to capital X by d. The same way, considering the second triangle, tan 60 is equal to capital Y by d. What is tan 60? Tan 60 is equal to root 3 is equal to capital Y by d. Now what do I need? So what do I need? So here instead of root 3 I can write y by d. So if I reciprocate this, what I am going to get? 1 by root 3 is equal to d by y only, no? Now I can compare these two. So 1 by root 3 is equal to x by d and 1 by root 3 is equal to d by y. Right? Now, so what I can do? So x by d is equal to d by y. So from this xy is equal to d square. Xy is equal to d square. But what did he ask, Nana? So he's asking the ratio, right? So no need of doing this. So he's asking you to find out the ratio. Then what I am going to do? So let this be equation number 1 and let this be equation number 2. Simply divide equation 1 and equation 2. So x by d by y by d is equal to 1 by root 3 by root 3 by 1. Now in the denominator dd gets cancelled. Now this can be written as x by y is equal to 1 by root 3 into root 3. That means 1 by root 3 into this root 3 by 1 can be written as again 1 by root 3. So this will become 1 by 3. So x by y is equal to 1 by 3. That is nothing but 1:3. Right? A wall of 8 meters long casts a shadow of 5 meters long. At the same time, a tower casts a shadow 50 meters long. Then the height of the tower is. So here he has used similarity concept. Right? So what is saying? So a wall is 8 meters long and it is casting a shadow of 5 meters long. Okay, and at the same time, so there is a tower beside this. It is casting a shadow of 50 meters. Then the height of the tower. Now if you observe, so this is 5 meters, it is 50 meters. Since these two triangles are similar, if this is 5 and this is 50, if this is 8, then this becomes 80, right? Because here these angles are same, because angle of elevation is same. So it is, so at the same time means that angle of elevations are same. So if angle of elevations are same, since this is right angle triangle, if two angles are equal, then automatically third angles will be equal, right? So by a similarity, we can say that those two triangles are similar. So when those two triangles are similar directly, their sides are proportional. So by using that concept, so we got the answer, right? Next, question number 11. The sun's angle of elevation is 60 degrees. Then a pole of height is 6 meters. So height is 6 meters, cast a shadow. So already we know the formula tan theta is equal to h by d. Now substituting the values, tan 60 is root 3 is equal to h is 6 by d. Now this I can write as d is equal to 6 by root 3. Again this 6 I can write it as 3 into 2 by root 3. Again in 3 this root 3 gets cancelled root 3 times. Hence the answer is 2 root 3. Next, a pole of 12 meters high. So pole of 12 meters high. So here words are very important. So don't get confused. A shadow of length 4 root 3 meters. So distance is 4 root 3. Then angle of elevation is asking. So tan theta is equal to h by d. So from this 12 by 4 times of root 3. In 4 table this goes 3 times. Again in root 3 this 3 goes root 3 times. So tan theta is equal to root 3. Tan root 3 means tan 60 degrees. So hence theta is 60 degrees. If the height and the length of the shadow of a man are the same, then the angle of elevation is 45 degrees, right? H is equal to d. Next, the given figure shows the observation of point C from A. The angle of depression. So is asking you to find out this angle of depression. If this is theta, then this angle is also theta. So with respect to this angle theta, we are having adjacent value and opposite value. Then I can apply tan theta. So tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. So 4 gets cancelled. I am left with 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 means tan 30 degrees. So from this clearly I can say that theta is equal to 30 degrees. If this is 30 degrees, then this is also 30 degrees. Hence the answer is option A. Next, question number 15. If the length of the shadow of a tower is 1 by root 3 times of height of the tower, what he has given? Length of shadow. So length of shadow is nothing but represented by d. So d is equal to 1 by root 3 times of height of the tower. Now from this write down what is the value of h by d. So h by d is nothing but root 3 by 1. So already we know h by d is represented by tan theta. So tan theta is nothing but root 3. Root 3 means tan 60 degrees. So on comparison theta is equal to 60 degrees. Next, a tower of height. So a tower of height 50 meters. Its shadow is x meters short. Its shadow is x meters shorter when sun's altitude is 45 degrees than so it is than when it is 30 degrees, then x is equal to so a tower is of height 50 meters, its shadow is 50 meters shorter when the sun's altitude is 45 degrees than when it is 30 degrees. Now when angle increases the length of the shadow decreases, right? For 30 degrees is having so let us see, tan theta is equal to h by d, right? Now tan 30, so when angle is 30 degrees, then height is 50 and distance, so let it be some d. Now from this we will be finding out the value of d. Now what I am going to get, tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to 50 by d. So from this d is equal to 50 root 3. So distance so this length of shadow is 50 root 3 when angle is 30 degrees. Now when angle is changed to 45 degrees, it has become, the length of shadow has become x meters less. But we know when angle is 45 degrees, height will be equal to distance, right? Now when height is equal to distance, so already height is 50, that means height is equal to distance is equal to 50 meters. Now already the distance is 50 root 3 when angle is 30 degrees. Now clearly the value of x is given by this shadow length minus this shadow length, which is nothing but 50 root 3 minus 50. Then what I am going to get, so 50 root 3 minus 50 is nothing but 50 into root 3 minus 1, so which is equal to 50 into root 3 means 1.732 minus 1 is 0.732. So when I multiply, what I am going to get, so when I multiply 0.732 with 5, so 5 2s are 10, 5 3 is 15, 116, 5 7 is 35, 136. Now we are having 3 decimal places and here I am having 1 0, so I will have only 2 decimal places. So answer is 36.60. So answer is 36.60. So here the option is not present, right? So 50 into 0.732 is nothing but 36 point something, hence that is the, so that many meters, so it has reduced. Okay, so 50 root 3 minus 50. Next 17th question. So I think you have understood this, right? So when you are having angle as 30 degrees, you will have the longer shadow length. Okay, the same way when 45 degrees is given, height will be equal to distance. So from that we got 50 meters. So already height is given. Now its shadow is x meters short when sun's altitude is 45 degrees than when it is 30 degrees. Then x is equal to, so we need to do subtraction. So from that we got 36.60. Okay, next moving on to question number 17. The length of the string of a kite flying at 100 meters above the ground with the elevation of 60 degrees is. So is asking length of the string. So length of the string means nothing but, so whenever you are flying a kite, the length of the string is nothing but this one, so which is nothing but my hypotenuse. And based on this, so it is flying at 100 meters above the ground and angle of elevation is 60 degrees. So based on this figure, what we can say, so we can apply sin 60. So sin 60 is root 3 by 2 is equal to, opposite is 100 by length of the string is L. Okay, from this L is equal to 200 by root 3. So answer is 200 by root 3. Next, a player sitting on the top of a tower of height 40 meters, a player sitting on the top of a tower of 40 meters height observes the angle of depression of a ball lying on the ground at an angle of 60 degrees. So angle of depression is 60 degrees, then this angle is also 60 degrees. The distance between foot of the tower and the ball, so foot of the tower and the ball, so he is asking you to find out this particular distance. So this is opposite and this is adjacent, right? So opposite and adjacent we can directly apply tan 60 degrees. tan 60 degrees is equal to 40 by d. So what is tan 60? Tan 60 is nothing but root 3. Root 3 is equal to 40 by d. From this, d is equal to 40 by root 3. So answer is option C, 40 by root 3. Next, question number 19. If the ratio of height of a tower and the length of the shadow is root 3 is to 1. So what he has given? Height is to distance. So height is to distance is equal to root 3 is to 1. So that is nothing but it is equal to tan theta. So tan theta is equal to root 3 by 1, which is nothing but tan 60 degrees. So clearly the answer is 60 degrees. Next, the angle of depression of top of a tower at a point 100 meters from the house is 45 degrees. So whenever you have 45 degrees, then you can apply the condition, right? Now what I am going to get? The angle of a depression of a top of a tower. The angle of depression of a top of a tower. The angle of depression of top of a tower at a point 100 meters from the house is 45 degrees. So if this is 45 degrees, then this is also 45 degrees. Then the height of the tower is asking. So is asking you to find out this particular height. So if this is 100 meters, then this is also 100 meters, right? The angle of depression of top of a tower at a point 100 meters from the house is angle of depression of top of a tower at a point 100 meters from the house is 45 degrees. Then the height of the tower. Now this particular distance is 100. So there is no sense in the question, right? So angle of depression of a top of a tower at a point 100 meters from the house is 45 degrees. Then the height of the tower. I think some of the information is missing here, right? So with this information we cannot find the height of the tower. So either any one of the angles has to be given or some other things. If he mentions, then we can find out this height of the tower, right? Next, question number 21. An object is placed above the observer's horizontal. We can call the angle between the line of sight and observer's horizontal. So since it is above the observer, then we call it as angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Next, angle of elevation of top of a building from a point on the ground is 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. Then the angle of depression of this point from the top of the building. So is asking you to find out the angle of depression. So these two angles will be always equal. So hence angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression, right? Okay, the angle of elevation of top of a building from a point on the ground is 30 degrees. Then the angle of depression of this point from the top of the building is 30 degrees only, right? Next, what change will be observed in the angle of elevation as we move away from the object? What change will be observed in angle of elevation as we move away from the object? So angle of elevation will decrease as we move away from the object, right? So as we move away from the object, the angle of elevation decreases. So that is the reason why people used to sit in balconies in cinema theaters, because they can view the screen clearly without raising their heads. If they sit in the front row, the angle of elevation should be increased. So that is the reason why everyone will prefer to have back seats in theaters, right? An object is placed below. So when an object is placed below, then it is nothing but angle of depression. Next, what change will be observed in angle of elevation as we approach the foot of the tower? So if we move towards the tower, then angle of elevation increases. Angle of elevation increases, but in the option, so that is not given. Okay, so whenever you move towards a tower, the angle of elevation increases. In the figure given below, the imaginary line through the object and the observer is called as. Okay, that particular, in the figure given below, the imaginary line through the object and the eye of the observer is nothing but called as line of sight. It is called as line of sight. Next, question number 27. In the figure given below, a man on the top of a cliff observes a boat coming towards him. Then theta represents. So this particular theta represents angle of depression. Okay. Next, in the figure given below, if AB is equal to 10 meters and AC is equal to 20 meters, then theta is equal to, here this is opposite side and this is hypotenuse with respect to this theta. Then we can apply sin theta. So sin theta is equal to 10 by 20, which is nothing but 1 by 2. In sines, 1 by 2 is nothing but sin 30 degrees. Hence theta is equal to 30 degrees. Next, a pole 6 meters high. So height of the pole is 6 meters and distance is 2 root 3. Then the sun's elevation. So sun's elevation is given by h by d, which is nothing but 6 by 2 root 3 in 2 table. This goes 3 times. Again in root 3, it goes root 3 times. So this is nothing but the value of tan 60 degrees, right? Hence the angle is 60 degrees. Next, in the figure given below, AB is equal to CD. So these two lengths are equal, and these lengths are equal to 10 root 3 and 10 root 3. Then what is the value of BC? Now coming to this triangle. So since I need BC value, so BC value is nothing but given by BM plus MC. Now in this triangle I am going to apply tan 30. So tan 30 degrees is equal to 10 root 3 by BM. Now from this, BM is equal to 10 root 3 into root 3, because tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3 when I do cross multiplication. So this will become 30 degrees. Sorry, this become 30, because root 3 into root 3 is 3, 3 3s are, so 3 10s are 30. So BM value is 30. Now moving on to the second triangle. Here tan 60 degrees. So tan 60 degrees is nothing but root 3. So tan 60 is root 3. So root 3 is equal to 10 root 3 by CM. So root 3 I can cancel it out. So CM can be written as 10 meters. Now since I need the value of BC, so BC is equal to BM plus CM, which is nothing but 30 plus 10, 40 meters. Hence the answer is 40 meters. Next, coming to question number 31. Here this angle is 45 degrees. This height is 10 root 3. Then since it is 45 degrees, then this total length I can say it as 10 root 3, because when angle is 45 degrees, height will be equal to distance. So this became 10 root 3. Now coming to this triangle, so the smaller triangle, if I apply tan 60 degrees, so tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite by adjacent is BC. So tan 60 is root 3 is equal to 10 root 3 by BC. So root 3 gets cancelled and BC is equal to 10 meters. So BC is equal to 10 meters. Now what is he asking? So he is asking you to find out the value of CD. Now CD is given by BD minus BC. So BD is nothing but 10 root 3 minus 10. So what is 10 root 3 value? So 10 into 1.732, that is nothing but 17.32 minus 10. This I can write it as 7.32. Hence the answer is 7.32. Next, question number 32. In the figure given below, if EAD is equal to 7 root 3. So he has given this particular length as 7 root 3. Then what is the value of BC? So BC means BD plus DC he is asking. So let's move on with each triangle. So considering this triangle, I can apply tan. So tan 30 degrees is nothing but 1 by root 3 is equal to opposite is 7 root 3 by adjacent is BD. Now cross multiplying, so BD is equal to 7 root 3 into root 3 is 7 into 3, which is nothing but 21 meters. Next, coming to second triangle, tan 60 is root 3 is equal to opposite is 7 root 3 by adjacent is CD. So root 3 gets cancelled. So from this, CD is equal to 7 meters. Finally, what did he ask? So he is asking you to find out BC. So BC can be written as BD plus CD, which is equal to 21 plus 7, which is 28 meters. Hence the answer is 28 meters. Next, the length of the shadow of the tree is 7 meters high. Length of the shadow of the tree is 7 meters high when the sun's elevation. So here there is some problem with the question, right? The length of the shadow of a tree is 7 meters high when the sun's elevation is, he is asking. So here length of the shadow and height of the tree are, if they are 7 meters, then angle of elevation is 45 degrees. So in such situation we can say that. Next, if two tangents inclined at an angle of 60 degrees are drawn to a circle of radius 3 centimeters, then the length of the tangent is equal to. So there is a circle. So to this circle we have drawn two tangents, right? So these two tangents are inclined at an angle of 60 degrees. So these two are inclined at an angle of 60 degrees. Then what is he asking? So he is asking you to find out the length of the tangent. So this particular length I need to find, but here if you observe, this is 90 degrees, then this is my hypotenuse. Now these two triangles are congruent, then I can say this angle as 30 degrees, and the radius of the given triangle is 3 centimeters. Now what is he asking you to find? So he is asking you to find out this particular triangle, so this particular length. So this is my angle 30 degrees and this is my hypotenuse, right? Now what are the things I know? So with respect to this 30 degrees angle, I know opposite and I need to find out adjacent. So then directly I can go with the tan. So tan 30 degrees is equal to opposite by adjacent is nothing but length of tangent. So this is nothing but 1 by root 3 is equal to 3 by L. On doing cross multiplication, L is equal to 3 times of root 3. Hence the length of the tangent is 3 root 3. Next, the angle formed by the line of the side with the horizontal when the point being viewed is above. So whenever you say above, it is angle of elevation. Next, cot square B minus cosecant square B. Already we are having identity, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, and it is reverse of that, hence it is minus 1. Next, tan theta by secant theta. So how can you write tan theta? So tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta by secant theta can be written as 1 by cos theta. So denominator is cos theta gets cancelled. Answer is sin theta. Next, a boy observed the top of an electrical pole to be at an angle of elevation of 60 degrees. When the observation point is 8 meters away from the foot of the pole, then the height of the pole is. So since here distance and height are being discussed, so directly we can go with the tan theta is equal to h by d. Then here theta is 60 degrees, so tan 60 is root 3 is equal to h. So since I need to find out the value of h, so h will be as it is by distance is given as 8 meters. So from this h is equal to 8 root 3 meters. So the answer is 8 root 3 meters. Next, suppose you are shooting an arrow from the top of a building at a height 6 meters to a target on the ground at angle of depression of 60 degrees. So what is the distance between you and the object? Now if you observe carefully, so this is my target and from here he is shooting, right? Now if you observe, so these two lines are parallel and the angle of depression is 60 degrees. So if this is 60 degrees, then this is also 60 degrees. And what is he asking? The distance from observer to the target. That means this hypotenuse length we need to find it out. So the height of the given building is 6 meters, right? So opposite side I know and I need to find out hypotenuse. Directly I can go with the sine. So sine 60 degrees is equal to 6 meters by that particular length. So sine 60 is root 3 by 2, root 3 is by 2 is equal to 6 by L. So from this L is equal to 6 2 is 12 by root 3. So after doing rationalization, so we can get it. So root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 3 in 12 it goes 4 times. So answer is 4 root 3. So what is the answer? So answer is 4 root 3, right? But in the options, so answer is not given, hence none is my option. Next, sine pi by 2. So sine 90 degrees. So the value of sine 90 degrees is nothing but 1. Next, domain of sine theta. So domain of sine theta is nothing but r. So you can take any real number for the value of theta. Next, tan pi by 4. So pi by 4 means 45 degrees. Tan 45 degrees is nothing but 1. Next, cot 15 degrees. So how to find out the value of cot 15 degrees? So cot 15 degrees is nothing but cos 15 degrees by sin 15 degrees, right? Or directly you can go with the formula. So cot 15 degrees I can write as cot of 45 degrees minus 30 degrees. Cot of 45 degrees minus 30 degrees. So cot A minus cot B. So cot of A minus B formula is given by cot B cot A plus 1 by cot B minus cot A. So this is nothing but formula for cot of A minus B. So from this what I am going to get? Cot 30 into cot 45 plus 1 by cot 30 minus cot 45. So when you substitute the values, cot 30 value is root 3 into cot 45 is 1 plus 1 by cot 30 value root 3 minus cot 45 is 1. So this is nothing but root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. So when you rationalize this, you are going to get the numerator as root 3 plus 1 whole square by 3 minus 1. So root 3 whole square is 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3 by 2. So which can be written as 2 plus root 3. Hence the value is 2 plus root 3. So likewise we can find out the value of cot 15. Next, A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. Then cos A plus cos B is equal to, this I can write as cos A plus cos B I can write as 180 minus A, because he has given the condition. So instead of B I can write 180 degrees minus A. So cos of 180 minus theta. So cos of 180 minus theta means second quadrant. So in second quadrant cos is negative. So cos of 180 minus theta becomes minus cos A. So cos A minus cos A is 0. Hence the answer is 0. Next, coming to sin 15 degrees. So like how we have found for cot 15 degrees, the same way sin 15 degrees. So sin 15 degrees can be written as sin of 45 degrees minus 30 degrees. So sin of A minus B formula is given by sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B. Right? So sin 45 is 1 by root 2 and cos 30 is root 3 by 2 minus cos 45 is 1 by root 2 and sin 30 is 1 by 2. LCM is 2 root 2. In the numerator I am going to get root 3 minus 1. Hence the answer is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Next, tan A is equal to n by n plus 1, tan B is equal to 1 by 2n plus 1. Then what is the value of A plus B? Directly what I can do is, I can directly consider the value of tan of A plus B. Tan of A plus B is given by tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Now on substituting the values, what I am going to get? N by n plus 1 plus 1 by 2n plus 1 by 1 minus n by n plus 1 into 1 by 2n plus 1. Right? So when I take LCM and do cancellation, so what I am going to get here? N into 2n plus 1 plus here I am going to get 1 into n plus 1 by, since the denominators, so LCM denominators are same, then directly I can write as this is n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 minus n. Now when I do simplification, see here the simplification. So this I can write as 2n square plus n plus 1 by, in the denominator, 2n square plus n plus 2n plus 1 minus n. So this minus n plus n gets cancelled. In the numerator I am having 2n square plus 2n plus 1. In the denominator also I am having 2n square plus 2n plus 1. Right? So since both numerator and denominators are same, tan of A plus B is equal to 1. From this, A plus B is equal to, when will tan becomes 1? So when it is 45 degrees. So clearly A plus B is equal to how much then? So A plus B is equal to 45 degrees. A plus B is equal to 45 degrees. So if in the question if we ask tan of A plus B, then 1 is my answer. If we ask tan of A plus B, then 1 is my answer. If we ask A plus B, then 45 degrees or pi by 4 will be my answer. Okay? Right. Next, moving on to question number 47. Angle of elevation of a tower at a point 40 meters apart from it is cot inverse 3 by 5. Obtain the height of the tower. Now, angle of elevation. So what he has given? angle of elevation at a 40 meters part is cot inverse of 3 by 5. For suppose if this angle, if I consider it as theta, so theta is equal to what he has given, cot inverse of 3 by 5. From this what we can say, cot theta is equal to 3 by 5. When cot inverse is brought to left hand side, it becomes cot. So cot theta is equal to 3 by 5. So based on this, if I make a similar triangle to that, if this is my theta, and cot theta means, so what is meant by cot theta? Adjacent by opposite. So adjacent is 3, opposite is 5. Adjacent is 3, opposite is 5, right? Then now compare these things. Now what do I need? I need to find this height, Nana. So since these two triangles are similar, then directly I can go with 40 by 3 is equal to h by 5. 40 by 3 is equal to h by 5. Now on doing cross multiplication, h is equal to 5 40s. So 5 4s are 20, so 200 divided by 3. So height is equal to 200 by 3 meters. Next, a ladder 20 meters long is placed against a vertical wall of height 10 meters. So a ladder length is 20 meters and its height is 10 meters. Then the distance between the foot and, so this distance is asking, right? So let this be angle theta. So based on this theta angle, so we can find out what the angle theta is. So by using sine, because we know opposite and we know hypotenuse. So sine theta is equal to 10 by 20, which is nothing but 1 by 2, which is equal to sine 30 degrees. Then this theta value is 30 degrees, right? Now I need to find out the adjacent, so directly I can apply tan 30 degrees. So tan 30 degrees is equal to 10 by that distance. Now tan 30 is 1 by root 3, so 1 by root 3 is equal to 10 by d. When I do cross multiplication, d is equal to 10 root 3. Hence the answer is 10 root 3. Next, sine 18 degrees. So sine 18 degrees is nothing but root 5 minus 1 by 4. Sine 18 degrees is root 5 minus 1 by 4. So we can obtain the value by using the quadratic equations, right? So just remember this value, root 5 minus 1 by 4. In the given figure, x is equal to, now if you observe, this is nothing but a right angle triangle in which the two sides are 8 and 6. By using Pythagoras theorem, so we can say this particular distance 6, 8, then automatically this is 10 centimeters. By using the Pythagoras theorem, so we can say that the distance is 10 centimeters, right? Next, moving on to question number 51. So cot of 90 degrees minus a. So whenever you are having 90 degrees, so 90 degrees will change tan as cot and cot as tan. Now here we are having cot, so cot of 90 minus theta can be written as tan theta, right? Next, coming to question number 52. So what he has given, cos power 4a minus sin power 4a. So cos power 4a minus sin power 4a can be written as cos square a whole square minus sin square a whole square. It is in the form of a square minus b square. A square minus b square can be written as a square plus, a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b. Already from the identities you know cos square a plus sin square a is 1. So 1 into cos square a minus sin square a. So cos square a minus sin square a can be written as cos 2a. So 1 into cos 2a is cos 2a, right? If cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to k, then what is the value of cos theta, right? So already we know cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to k, then cosecant theta minus cot theta is equal to 1 by k. On adding, you are going to get 2 cosecant theta is equal to k square plus 1 by k, and on subtracting you are going to get 2 cot theta is equal to k square minus 1 by k, right? So on dividing this, so what I am going to get, so let this be equation number 1 and let this be equation number 2. So on dividing, 2 gets cancelled, Next, cosecant theta I can write it as, so let me change this also. So this I can write as 2 by sin theta is equal to k square plus 1 by k, and here cot theta can be written as 2 cos theta by sin theta is equal to k square minus 1 by k. Now dividing equation 2 with equation 1, what I am going to get? So here k square minus 1 by k square plus 1, we are going to get this sin theta in the denominator, sin theta in the denominator will get cancelled, 2 also will get cancelled. Hence the answer is k square minus 1 by k square plus 1. Okay. Next, x is equal to secant theta plus tan theta, y is equal to secant theta minus tan theta. If I multiply x into y, I am going to get a plus b into a minus b, which is nothing but secant square theta minus tan square theta. So secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Hence xy value is equal to 1. Next, tan 15 value. So the value of tan 15 is nothing but root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. Okay, already sin 15 value we got root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. The same way cos 15 also will get root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. On dividing, you are going to get root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1, right? So sin 15 degrees is equal to root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2, and cos 15 value is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So on dividing these two, we are going to get this answer. Next, question number 56, cosecant theta. So already we know from the cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. From this, cosecant theta is equal to square root of 1 plus cot square theta. So square root of 1 plus cot square theta is my answer. Next, x is equal to a sin theta, y is equal to a cos theta. So when I do squaring on both sides, so x square plus y square, I can write it as a square sin square theta plus a square cos square theta. So when I take a square as common, so I will be left with sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is nothing but 1. Hence from this, x square plus y square is equal to a square. Next, example of a Pythagorean triplet. So 5, 12, 13 is one of the examples of Pythagorean triplet. Secant square a. So secant square a I can write as 1 plus tan square a. Next, 1 by cos a minus cos. So 1 by cos theta minus cos theta. So this particular value I need. Then how can you write it as? By taking LCM. So cos theta is my LCM, then 1 minus cos square theta. So what is the value of 1 minus cos square theta? 1 minus cos square theta I can write as sin square theta. So sin square theta by cos theta. This I can write it as sin theta by cos theta into sin theta. So sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So tan theta into sin theta. Hence the answer is tan theta into sin theta. Sin theta is equal to cos theta, and theta belongs to q1, then theta is equal to. So when sin value will be equal to cos? So when angle is 45 degrees, hence it is pi by 4. Next, 72 degrees is equal to. So when you want to convert degrees into radians, simply what you are going to do is multiply with pi by 180. Multiply with pi by 180. In 18 table, so this goes 10 times. In 18 table it goes, so 18 4s 72. Again in 2 table, so this can be written as 2 pi by 5. Hence the answer is 2 pi by 5 radians. Next, sin square theta plus cos square theta. So whatever may be the angle, so here both angles are same, and sin square theta plus cos square theta, its value is always 1. Right. Next, sin 45 into cos 45. What is the value of sin 45? Sin 45 is 1 by root 2 and cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2 is nothing but 1 by 2. If cos 40 is equal to 0.76, then what is the value of sin 50? Now observe this, sin 50. So sin 50 I can write as 50 can be written as 50 I can write as 90 minus 40. Right. Now since we are having 90, so if you are having 90 minus theta, so sin can be written as cos. So sin 50 degrees is equal to cos 40 degrees. Already cos 40 degrees value is given, hence the answer is 0.76. Next, at a point 15 meters away from the base of a 15 meter high pole. So here distance is 15 meters and height is also 15 meters. When height is equal to distance, then automatically angle is 45 degrees. So angle is 45 degrees. When the length of the shadow of a person is equal to its height, then the angle of elevation of the source is 45 degrees. Angle of elevation of the top of a tower is 30 degrees. So theta is equal to 30 degrees he has given. Next, on moving 20 meters nearer, the angle of elevation changes to 60 degrees. Now observe this. So this is nothing but height of the tree. Now, so this is angle of elevation 30 degrees. So he has moved 20 meters towards the tower, so towards the tree, then the angle of elevation changes to 60 degrees. Now let this be the triangle. Now we are going to find it out. Now let this distance be some d. Now since I need to find out the height of the tree, I need to find out h value. First of all, consider the smallest triangle. So that is nothing but this triangle. Then what I am going to have, tan 60 degrees is equal to h by d. So from this, tan 60 is root 3 is equal to h by d. Since I need to find the value of h, so I need to eliminate d value. So d can be written as h by root 3. Next, coming to this particular triangle, the big triangle. So by considering the big triangle, tan 30 degrees can be written as h by 20 plus d. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to h by 20 plus d can be written as h by root 3. Now taking out the LCM, this becomes 1 by root 3 is equal to, here if you take LCM, this becomes root 3 h by, so this will be 20 root 3 plus h. So if you cross multiply, 20 root 3 plus h is equal to root 3 into root 3 h is 3h. So when you transpose this, it becomes 2h is equal to 20 root 3, h is equal to 10 root 3. Then the height of the tree is nothing but 10 root 3. The ratio of length of a pole and its shadow, that means length of the pole is height and the length of shadow is distance. So h by d is equal to 1 by root 3. That means this is nothing but the definition of tan theta. So tan theta is equal to 1 by root 3. So it is possible when tan is equal to 30 degrees, right? Hence the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. The upper part of a tree is broken by wind and makes an angle 30 degrees with the ground and at a distance 21 meters. Now let this be the tree, and this is the point where the tree has broken and it is touching the foot, making an angle 30 degrees with the horizontal at a distance of 21 meters. Now find the height of the total tree. That means this particular part h1 and this particular part h2, if I combine, that will be the actual height of the tree. Now with respect to this 30 degrees angle, so this is my opposite and this is my adjacent. Then applying tan 30, so tan 30 is equal to h1 by 21. So tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3, which is nothing but h1 by 21. From this, h1 is equal to 21 by root 3. So this is nothing but part 1. Next, coming to part 2. So to find out the hypotenuse, so I can make use of cos 30, right? So cos 30 degrees is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, which is nothing but 21 by h2. So cos 30 value is root 3 by 2 is equal to 21 by h2. So when I do cross multiplication, h2 is equal to 21 2s are 42 by root 3. 42 by root 3. Now finally the actual height of the tree is nothing but h1 plus h2, which gives me 21 by root 3 plus 42 by root 3. So 21 plus 42 is 63 by root 3, right? So 63 I can write as 21 3s. So root 3 in 3 it cancels 3 times, so hence the answer is 21 root 3. Next, from a bridge 25 meters high, the angle of depression of a boat is 45 degrees. From a bridge 25 meters high, the angle of depression of a boat is 45 degrees. Okay, so then this is also 45 degrees. Find the horizontal distance. So this distance I need to find it out. When this is 45 degrees, height is equal to distance, right? Then this also will be 25 meters. Next, a tower makes an angle of elevation equal to angle of depression from the top of a cliff 25 meters height. Then find the height of the tower. A tower makes an angle of elevation equal to angle of depression from the top of a cliff of 25 meters height. A tower makes an angle of elevation equal to the angle of depression from the top of a cliff 25 meters high. Find the height of the tower. Right, so the tower makes an angle of elevation equal to angle of depression from the top of a cliff. Now let us see the figure. So how the figure looks. See, so this is nothing but my cliff, so which is 25 meters height, and there is a tower. Now from this particular point, the angle of elevation, so whatever the angle of elevation to the top of the tower will be equal to angle of depression to the foot of the tower, right? Then if I consider this particular angle as theta, then this angle is also theta. Okay, so this is the given thing in the question. Now if this is 25, then this is also 25. Let this common distance be some d. Now from this triangle, what I can say, tan theta is equal to 25 by d, right? From this triangle, what I can say, if I consider tan theta, so tan theta is equal to this particular part, right? So let that part be h, so h by d. Already we know tan theta is equal to h by d, so on comparison we are going to get h is equal to 25. Then since I need to find out the height of the tree, so height of the tower, this part is 25. 25 plus 25 is nothing but the total height of the tower, which is nothing but 50 meters, right? Next, when the angle of elevation of a pole is 45 degrees, the length of the pole and its shadow are equal. In a rectangle, if angle between the diagonal and a side is 30 degrees and the length of the diagonal is 6 centimeters, then the area of the rectangle. Now let me draw the figure. So this is my rectangle which is given. Now this is my diagonal. If angle between the diagonal and a side is 30 degrees and the length of the diagonal is 6 centimeters, that means hypotenuse of the given figure, then the area of rectangle is asking. So he is asking you to find out area of rectangle. To find out area of rectangle, we need to find out length as well as breadth. That means we need to find out this length and we need to find out this breadth. So to find out the breadth, you can use sin theta, that is sin 30 degrees. To find out this length, you can use cos 30 degrees. So first of all, I am going with sin 30 degrees. So sin 30 degrees is equal to b by 6. So sin 30 is 1 by 2, right? So sin 30 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is equal to b by 6. So from this, b is equal to 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. The same way, cos 30 degrees. So if I apply cos 30 degrees, this is nothing but L by 6. This is root 3 by 2 is equal to L by 6. So in 2 tables, so this goes 3 times. So when I do cross multiplication, L is equal to 3 times of root 3. Then area of rectangle is nothing but length into breadth, which is equal to 3 root 3 into 3. So 3 3s are 9. So 9 root 3 centimeter square. Hence the answer is 9 root 3 centimeter square. Next, question number 75. Two posts are 15 meters and 25 meters high, and the line joining the tops make an angle 45 degrees with the horizontal. The distance between the two posts is. So two posts are 15 meters and 25 meters long, and the line joining the tops makes an angle 45 degrees with the horizontal. Now let me draw the figure. So this is 15 meters high post and this is 25 meters high post. Now the line joining the tops are making an angle of 45 degrees with the horizontal one. So this is horizontal, so this is making an angle 45. If this is 15, then this particular part is 15, then automatically this is 10. If this is 10 meters, then this is also 10 meters, because this angle is 45 degrees. Then this distance between those two posts is 10 meters. Hence the answer is 10 meters. Next, an electric pole 20 meters high stands up right on the ground with the help of steel wire to its top and affixed to the ground. If the steel wire makes 60 degrees angle with the horizontal, find the length of this steel wire. Electric pole is there, so which is 20 meters high, and it is connected with the steel wire. So let the length of the steel wire be some L, and it is making an angle of 60 degrees. Now since we know opposite side and we need to find out the hypotenuse, then I can go with sin 60 degrees. So sin 60 degrees is equal to 20 by L. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2, which is equal to 20 by L. From this, L is equal to 22 or 40 by root 3. Right? So find the length of the steel wire is asking. Okay, now sin 60 degrees is equal to 20 is opposite by L. So root 3 by 2 is equal to 20 by L. 22 are 40 by root 3. So hence the length of the wire is 40 by root 3. So there is no further more simplification. So change this 20 by root 3 as 40 by root 3, then it will be my answer. Next, a building casts a shadow of length. So cast a shadow of length means D. So D is given as 50 root 3 when the sun's elevation is 30 degrees. So directly you can go with the formula tan theta is equal to H by D. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to height we don't know by 50 root 3. So root 3 gets cancelled. H is equal to 50 meters. Hence the answer is 50 meters. Right. Next, question number 78. When the angle of elevation of lighthouse changes from 30 degrees to 45 degrees, the shadow of the pole becomes 100 root 3 meters less than the height of the pole. So when the angle is increasing, the length of the shadow will decrease. Okay, now first of all, let the height of the pole be some h. Okay, so here we are going to have two situations, right? So first one, so when I am observing at an angle of 45 degrees and when I am observing at an angle of 30 degrees. So let the height of the pole be some h. Okay, now what he has given, the shadow of the pole becomes 100 root 3 meters less. So 100 root 3 meters less means, if for suppose if this distance is some d, then this will be d minus 100 root 3. So d minus 100 root 3. So here h is equal to d. When I consider the total triangle, h will be equal to d. In the next triangle, when I apply tan 30 degrees, so 1 by root 3 is equal to h by d minus 100 root 3. Okay, but d is equal to h only, no? So I can replace d is equal to h. Then what I am going to get? So d minus 100 root 3 is equal to h root 3. Instead of d, I can write h. So from this, what I am going to get? H minus h root 3 is equal to 100 root 3. So h minus h root 3 is equal to 100 root 3. Right? Then from this, if I take h as common, this will be 1 minus root 3, which is equal to 100 root 3. Then h is equal to 100 root 3 by 1 minus root 3. So when I do simplification, when I do rationalization, so what I am going to get? Sorry, this figure is a mistake here. So here you should consider 45 degrees and here you should consider 30 degrees, right? So that is the mistake what we have done in this question. So let me change it, because so this particular angle is 30 degrees and this particular angle is 45 degrees. Now what he has given, so this is the figure. Let the height of the tree be, so height of the pole be some h. Then when angle 45 degrees is considered, this length will be h. Next, if for suppose this distance is some d, then when angle is 30 degrees, the length of the shadow will be more, right? The length of the shadow will be more and the shadow of the pole becomes 100 root 3 meters less. For suppose if this is d, then from this what I can say, when I take tan 30 degrees, this can be written as h by d. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to h by d. Okay, now here what about this distance? So the distance will be equal to, right, so 1 by root 3 is equal to h by d. Now when the angle changes from 30 degrees to 45 degrees, then distance will be reduced by 100 root 3 meters. Then this particular height, So this particular height I can write it as, so d minus 100 root 3. So d minus 100 root 3. Since I need the value of h, so I need to eliminate the value of d. So d is equal to h plus 100 root 3. So I am going to substitute in this. Then what I am going to get? 1 by root 3 is equal to h by h plus 100 root 3. So when I do cross multiplication, h plus 100 root 3 is equal to root 3 times of h. So from this 100 root 3 is equal to root 3 h minus h. From this h into root 3 minus 1 is equal to 100 root 3. From this h is equal to 100 root 3 by root 3 minus 1. So when I do rationalization, so this becomes root 3 plus 1 into root 3 plus 1. So root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1 is 2. So 250 times it will cancel out. From this I am going to get 50 into 3 plus 50 root 3. So which is nothing but 150 plus 50 root 3. Hence the answer is 150 plus 50 root 3. Right. Next, moving on to question number 79. From the top of a building 50 meters from horizontal. Right, the same question, so we can do it otherwise also. See, for suppose question number 78. So the angle is changing from 30 degrees to 45 degrees. For suppose if I consider tan 30, so tan 30 if I consider it as h by d, then when angle is changing to 45 degrees, height will be constant but the distance is reduced by 100 root 3 meters. That means this distance, from this distance I am going to subtract 100 root 3. Right, so from this what I am going to get? H is equal to d minus 100 root 3. Right, so from this d is equal to h plus 100 root 3, because I need to eliminate the value of d. From this d is equal to root 3h. So instead of d, if I replace h plus 100 root 3, I am going to get root 3h. And when I transpose this, I am going to get the same equation, right? So in both those cases we are going to get the same answer, 150 plus 50 root 3. Okay, that is nothing but the height of the pole. Next, moving on to question number 79. From the top of a building 50 meters height from horizon, the angle of depression made by a car is 30 degrees. How far is car from the building? So he is asking you to find out the distance, right? So you know height, so height is equal to 50, so you need to find out the distance, and you are having the value of theta. So directly apply tan theta. So tan theta is equal to h by d. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to height is 50 by distance is d. So when I do cross multiplication, answer is 50 root 3. Next, from the top of a building with height 30 into root 3 plus 1, two cars makes an angle of depression of 45 degrees and 30 degrees due east. So due east means you can consider in the same direction. So for suppose this is the top of the building, next, which is having the height 30 into root 3 plus 1. Now there are two cars, so one car is making 45 degrees angle, that means it is nearer, and the other car is making 30 degrees angle. Then what is the distance between the two cars? So we need to find out this distance between these two. Now if you observe, since in this triangle the angle is 45 degrees, if this is 30 into root 3 plus 1, this I can write as 30 into root 3 plus 1. Now let us consider this particular distance as d, then directly I am going to get the value of the d. Now taking the total triangle tan 30 degrees, so 30 degrees is nothing but 1 by root 3 is equal to, opposite is 30 into root 3 plus 1 by adjacent is 30 into root 3 plus 1 plus d, right? So when I do cross multiplication, so 30 into root 3 plus 1 plus d is equal to, so 30 into root 3 into root 3, so 33 is 90 plus 30 root, so 30 into 1 into root 3 is 30 root 3. Okay, from this d I can write it as 90 plus 30 root 3 minus 30 root 3 minus 30. 90 minus 30 is 60, so minus 30 root 3 plus 30 root 3 gets cancelled. Hence the distance between the two cars is 60 meters. Next, a person standing on the bank of a river observes the angle subtended by a tree on the opposite bank is 60 degrees. When he retires 40 meters from the bank, he finds the angle of elevation 30 degrees. Then the breadth of the river. So for suppose this is the tree. Okay. So this is the observer, and let this be the width of the river. Now from this particular point, so he observed at an angle of 60 degrees. So when he retires, so retires means if he moves back. So if he moves back 40 meters, then the angle of observation is 30 degrees. Then he is asking you to find out the width. Let the height of the tree be h. Then by taking the first triangle, tan 60 is nothing but root 3 is equal to h by w. Since I need width, so I need to eliminate height. Then from this I can write h is equal to root 3 into w. Next, considering the total triangle tan 30, so tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3 is equal to h by 40 plus w. So when I do cross multiplication, 40 plus w is equal to h root 3. Since I need the value of breadth of the river, that is nothing but width, so I need to eliminate h. So this I can write as 40 plus w is equal to h can be written as root 3w into root 3, which is nothing but 3w. So 40 plus 3w, so 40 plus w is equal to 3w, which is nothing but 2w is equal to 40, w is equal to 20. Hence the width of the river is 20 meters. The ladder of length of 10 meters touches the wall. So ladder of length 10 meters touches the wall 5 meters above. Then angle of elevation with horizontal. So theta, with respect to theta, this is opposite and this is hypotenuse. Then sin theta is equal to 5 by 10, which is nothing but 1 by 2, which is equal to sin 30 degrees. So clearly theta is 30 degrees. Next, a tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree is touching the ground, making an angle of 30 degrees. So the figure looks like this, and the distance between the top of the tree and the ground is 10 meters. Then find the height of the tree. Now this is making 30 degrees angle, so we need to find out h1 and h2. On adding those two, we are going to get the answer. So since I know adjacent, the distance between the top of the tree and the ground, so this is top of the tree and the ground, so this is 10. So when I apply tan, so tan 30 degrees is equal to h1 by 10. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to h1 by 10. From this, h1 is equal to 10 by root 3. Next, since I need to find out h2, I am going with cos 30 degrees. Cos 30 degrees is equal to 10 by h2, which is nothing but root 3 by 2 is equal to 10 by h2. On doing cross multiplication, h2 is equal to 20 by root 3. On adding h1 and h2, what I am going to get? So 30 by root 3. So 30 by root 3 is nothing but 3 tens are 30. So this will become 10 root 3. Hence the answer is 10 root 3 meters. Next, the angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 200 meters above the lake is 30 degrees and the angle of depression of its reflection in the lake is 60 degrees. Then the height of the cloud above the lake. Now what is saying? The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 200 meters above. So this is my lake. So above this lake I am having a particular position, so which is 200 meters height. So from this particular point I am observing a cloud here. So this is my cloud, and this cloud is making an angle of elevation 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees, and for suppose if this is 200, because this height will be equal to this height, and for suppose this particular part height is h. Now when its reflection falls, so since this is the lake, when its reflection falls, so it falls exactly the same distance. So how much above the lake? The same distance below the lake, right? So from this what I can say, this particular length will be is equal to 200 plus h. So whatever this height will be, the same height at the same point the reflection of the cloud falls. Okay, now what he has given, this angle is 60 degrees. Now applying the conditions, so let this distance be d. Then he is asking the height of the cloud above the lake. Then this whole length I need to find it out. Okay, this 200 plus h. So first of all tan 30. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3. In this particular triangle, 1 by root 3 is equal to h by d. So keep it aside. So from this, d is equal to h root 3, because I need the value of h, so I am eliminating d. Next, moving on to this particular triangle, tan 60 is equal to root 3, which is equal to opposite. So 200 plus 200h. So 200 plus 200 plus h is nothing but 400 plus h by d. So from this also, d is equal to, so what I can write, so 400 plus h by root 3. Now since both are d's, from this directly h root 3 is equal to 400 plus h by root 3. On doing cross multiplication, this will be 3h is equal to 400 plus h. So from this, 2h is equal to 400, h is equal to 200. Now what do I need? I need to find out height of the cloud above the lake. So above the lake means this total length, which is nothing but 200 plus h, which is nothing but 200 plus 200, which is 400. But if I consider like this, so h I got 200, so you will directly keep 200 as the answer, but it will be wrong, right? Next, an aeroplane flying horizontally 1 kilometer above the ground. Above the ground is observed at an angle of elevation 60 degrees. After a flight of 10 seconds, its angle of elevation is observed to be 30 degrees. From the same point, find the speed of the aeroplane. For suppose if this is my point of observation and this is my first position of the aeroplane. So here the aeroplane is, so it is 1 kilometer above the ground. Now from here, if I observe, it is making an angle of 60 degrees. Next, after 10 seconds, so after 10 seconds the aeroplane is moving in the same constant height, 1 kilometer, then angle of elevation change it to 30 degrees. Right, now we need to find out the speed of this particular aeroplane. So first of all, so let us see this 60 degrees angle. Okay, for 60 degrees angle you are going to consider this triangle. Okay, now from that, what I am going to get, tan 60 degrees is equal to 1 kilometer by, so this base, so let this particular distance be d, then root 3 is equal to 1 kilometer by d. From this, d is equal to 1 by root 3 kilometers. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to consider the second triangle which contains this 30 degrees. Okay, now let this be d1. Okay, let this be d1. Now let this distance be d2. Then what I am going to have in the second triangle, that is nothing but this big triangle, I can apply tan 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees is equal to 1 by root 3, which is equal to 1 kilometer by d1 plus d2. Okay, so from this, 1 by root 3 is equal to 1 by d1 is nothing but 1 by root 3 plus d2. So when I do cross multiplication, 1 by root 3 plus d2 is equal to root 3. So it is nothing but root 3. So from this, d2 is equal to root 3 minus 1 by root 3, which is nothing but 2 by root 3. So root 3 into root 3 is 3, 3 minus 1 means 2 by root 3. So d2 is 2 by root 3 kilometers. Okay, so I need to find out the speed now. So speed is equal to, so speed is equal to distance by time, right? So what is distance here? So distance is 2 by root 3 kilometers by time is 10 seconds. Now convert this particular 2 by root 3 kilometers into meters. Then what is the distance? So this can be written as 2000 by root 3 by what is the time? 10 seconds. So 1010 gets cancelled. So it is 200 by root 3 meters per second. So if you want to convert it into kilometers per hour, so if you want to convert it into kilometers per hour, simply multiply with 18 by 5. Then 200 by root 3 into 18 by 5. So in 5 table, so 5 ones are, so 5 fours are 20, so 40 times. Next, this 18 I can write as 6 into 3. So this will cancel 6 root, so 6 root 3 times. So 6 fours are 24. So this is nothing but 240 into, so 240 into root 3 kilometers per hour. So 240 into root 3 kilometers per hour, right? So from the options, so we don't have that option, right? So 240 into root 3, for suppose if I consider root 3 as 1.732, what I am going to get? So 240 into 1.732, which is equal to, so 240 into 1.732, so when you multiply, so 240 ones 240 and 240 halves 120, so 360. So here it is nearly about 240 into 1.732. so when I do multiplication, so this is 240 and this is 1.732. so multiplying with 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 7 4s 28, 29, 2 is carried, so 4 1s 4, 6. Next with the 2 table, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14, so 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3. Now 8 6 9 6 15 11 4, so 415.68. so clearly option A is my answer, right? So answer is 415.7. next, question number 86. If AB is equal to 4 meters and AC is equal to 8 meters, then the angle of elevation of A observed from C is. Now for suppose if I consider this triangle, so triangle, this is triangle ABC. Okay, so AB is equal to 4 and AC is equal to 8. Then angle of elevation of A as observed from C. So from C I am observing. Then what is this angle? So this is opposite and this is hypotenuse. So opposite by hypotenuse is 1 by 2. So sin 30 degrees is my answer. If a pole of height 6 meters casts a shadow 2 root 3. So height is 6. So height is 6 and the shadow is 2 root 3. So this is nothing but h by d. So which is nothing but 3 times, again this cancels in root 3 times. So this is tan 60 degrees, hence the angle is 60 degrees, right? Next, find the angle of elevation at the moment when the length of the shadow tower is just equal to its height. So it is nothing but 45 degrees. If the shadow of a tree, so d is equal to 1 by root 3 times of height. So from this, h by d is equal to root 3 by 1. So h by d is nothing but the definition of tan theta. This gives me tan 60 degrees. Hence the angle is 60 degrees. Right. So these are the different types of questions, so that are in the chapter applications of trigonometry. Right. So thank you for watching the video. So stay connected with the channel for further more videos.